Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I'm checking out the TJD MT-750QU. Man, that's a lot to say. But this is a cheap tablet that's available for around $100 on Amazon. Now, I did try to get a coupon code from the company, and I do want to thank them for sending this out. So I think with the coupon, you could get this for $90 or even $80. So back here, you have some interesting specs here. The display is a 7.5-inch display with a 1440 by 1080 IPS screen. Operating system is Android 10, the Go edition though. CPU is pretty low, same with the RAM, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage, and the battery seems kind of low too, 3500 milliamp hour battery. By the way, pardon the background noise, there's some work being done at my place. Anyways, there's a screen protector out of the box. It's a hard screen protector. The tablet itself, a quick start guide. Got a lot of cables here, a lot more than usual. This is a micro USB charger cable, a USB wall outlet, and what is this, a pair of headphones? These look like a really cheap pair of headphones, but I guess it's better than nothing. And then a USB to OTG cable, if that's what it's called. Wonder what this is for. Tablet feels kind of nice being a little lightweight, and it's not too thick either. It has this kind of soft finish, but it's just, you know, hard plastic on the back. And starting from the top, we've got the USB port, micro SD card slot, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Then the camera's on the back. It's slightly protruding, not too much. And the volume keys are on the side, along with the power button and reset button. And then on the bottom are two speaker grills. I believe they only emit from one side, though. Then nothing else here. And then the front camera is on the top right corner. The screen does look nice. If only it was fully laminated, it would have been perfect, because you can see the black bars or the space between the screen and the... well, there's an air gap, that's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully you can see it from this angle. And out of the box, there wasn't too much bloatware. I just took a screenshot to show. And there's also 26 gigs free out of the box, too. So there's that. Another thing about the screen is that it doesn't get bright enough to use outside in sunlight. I did go outside to take some pictures, so that's when I noticed it. It was fine during the afternoon time, but not right now. So here are the pictures I took. The main issue I had with this camera was not that pictures came out kind of grainy and they weren't too clear. The other problem is that it doesn't seem like it does a good job on focusing here. And the front camera is also not smooth in frame rate. It's very slow, as you can tell. So you probably won't be able to have a good video call or something. It might be okay. But going to the rear camera for a second, it's just, I don't know why. There's like some problems when I try to use this to focus somewhere. Like, yeah, it gets even blurrier when I try to focus in. Okay, there we go. But it keeps having this problem of focusing in. But once you're focused in, it kind of works. Overall, it's bad. That's pretty much all there is to say about it. I guess I clicked on something by accident. But overall, it's okay. Just expect longer load times. That's what I'm trying to say. Videos are okay to watch on here. They, I watch it at 720p. They can be seen at 1080p technically, but I just keep it at 720. You won't be able to watch videos at 60 frames per second because it's not that smooth of a screen, as to be expected, I guess. Again, and then the speaker on top here, it only emits from one side, by the way. It only emits from this side, and it doesn't sound that good. Definitely one of the worst speakers that I've heard so far. Anyways, in terms of performance, it's like YouTube is kind of slow, as you can tell. Like, what's going on? Where did that come from? I have no idea. But using something else like over here, if I go on to, I don't know, the headlines, I'm using Opera Mini Browser, and that makes it kind of smoother. Whoops, did not mean to move that. And it's kind of easier to see things, or not see things, but like performance-wise, things are definitely a little smoother. Just in general, know that things are not too smooth. Even in performance, or I guess the Geekbench score that I did, the performance was really low. I don't recall seeing scores this low before, or it's been a long time. So 113 is a single core, 349 is the multi-core. So Take that how you will. But surprisingly, some games are playable, believe it or not. So let's try this first one here. First game we're checking out here is called Dan the Man. It's just some kind of 2D game, and it works all right. No major problems or anything. There is some slight delay or like frame rate drops that I notice every now and then, but it's not that bad. Yep, not bad at all. Next game here is Fruit Ninja, and this one is definitely a little slower. I can notice the frame rate is not smooth when things come up, or when fruits come up. Let's try to make a multiple cut or multi-cut. Nope, it's a little hard. So it's running a little more smoothly here, which is good to see, of course. Okay, so I guess this is playable then. I was expecting it to be, or initially it looked like it was a little slow. Maybe the file was just loading, or the game was still loading. That's just my guess here. Last game here is Call of Duty Mobile. And this seems to be running pretty well so far overall. There are some frame rate drops you might see as you get into some fights. Try to take this guy. Nope, he went inside. I'm a little surprised that this is able to handle it well, which is good, but low-key I'm a little more impressed with COD Mobile and just in general how well optimized this can be on a low-spec tablet like this. Because just a few years ago, this type of stuff would not be possible on tablets at this range. So overall, it seems to be kind of decent, and, well, more of a mixed bag. In some places it underperforms, in other places it meets expectations, like Call of Duty and Fruit Ninja, and, you know, just low-end games in general. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but Netflix and other streaming services just won't play smoothly, or they won't play at 720p or 1080p just because it has a wide fine security of L3. Normally you need L2 or L1 to be able to watch videos in HD or full HD on most streaming platforms. So YouTube is like the only thing that'll work at 720p. One last thing is battery life. This, I don't know why it said last full charge was 32 hours ago, because I don't think that was the case. I believe I charged it to just about 100% at a certain point, but I got 2 hours and 16 minutes of on-screen time, and I had 2% battery left. I turned on battery saver at the last second just so I can take a picture of this, and I was kind of playing games, but also I played games for maybe 20 minutes, I think, 20, 30 minutes, but I was mostly just browsing the web, just doing basic stuff. So the battery life is not good on this, because, I mean, that type of resolution, or not resolution, but battery capacity is pretty low, 3500. I was hoping it would be well optimized, but it's not. So either way, this is, I would say, an acceptable choice if it was cheaper. Like, let's say I probably wouldn't pay more than 60 bucks for this thing, maybe 70. At the same time, there is another tablet that I'd recommend. It's called the Lenovo Tab M8. It has better speakers, about the same amount of RAM, and the specs are just a little better in general. I actually have a video of that. I'll have like an annotation or card up here, and I believe they do have a 3rd gen coming out soon too, so I might check that out as well. Be sure to subscribe to get notified for when that video comes out, and as always, thanks for watching.